A very warm welcome to the tradingmentors.com. This is Chris. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend and welcome to my YouTube channel for the weekly Forex forecast. Of course, we're going to cover more than just forecast. Forex, we're going to cover gold, we're going to cover silver, oil and the indices as well. So hopefully you're going to enjoy the next 15 minutes or so. So put your feet up, grab a coffee, and let's go through. Congratulations to members, by the way, on the results this week. Fantastic week. I'm going to cover the news for this coming week because that has a major impact on the intraday trades. For those who don't know, I do an early morning briefing at about 6 a.m. every morning, pre-London Open, so that we can get a head start on markets. So that's free, completely free. So in the link below, you'll be able to get access to that if you're not registered for that, and that's free forever. And I'll show you how to make $500 per day using the day trading software in the early morning briefing. We're going to cover the DXY, of course, risk on, risk off for the coming week. Yen futures, this gives us a head start as to which direction the yens are actually going to go next week, and there's some interesting charts. Indices, fantastic moves on indices, getting ready right now. We will be going long on some of those positions on Monday. Commodities, gold, silver and oil, of course. And along the way, I'll be covering my best trades coming up next week, and hopefully you'll enjoy those. So become one of my team. 14-day trial if you want 2 sessions. So I'll do the early morning briefing and then I do the daily video analysis during the New York session. So you'll get 2 videos so you can learn how to trade and become successful. All the links are below. Don't forget to subscribe. So on to the DXY 102.29. It finished at on Friday, and as predicted, the price went up the previous couple of weeks up to 104.65 exactly on the red order block, and it also went almost to our target 101.90. It probably hit this on Monday, so further weakness is likely on Monday, so look out for that during the early morning briefing. However, there is a problem. As you can see, there is a deep green buy zone here. An order block is getting ready for the price to move up. I believe that the price on the dollar is going to start to move up next week at some stage, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, traders, let's go through the news for this week. Monday the 19th. No high impact news at all, so that's likely to remain quiet for the day. Prices will remain steady without any impact. On Tuesday the 20th, there'll be a meeting minutes for the Aussie, 2:30 in the morning UK time. Building permits 1:30 on Tuesday, so that's high impact one. We could grab onto gold software for that because that's the one that moves the biggest and the quickest. On Wednesday, we've got inflation rate out from the UK at 7 a.m. So that's going to be fascinating to watch. 8.5 expected. And then out of Canada, retail sales and a few other things. So look out for that at 1:30 in the afternoon. Fed Chair Powell testimony. So that's going to make the markets pretty much sideways. Probably Wednesday, but we'll see. We never know. Thursday, BOE interest rate decision. That's going to have a high impact at 12 o'clock. And then jobless out from the US. And further news at 3 o'clock out from the US, high impact. So Thursday's going to be a great trading opportunity during the New York session. So join me, members, join me. Aussie, high impact, midnight. And Friday, anything else? Retail sales again, 7 a.m. Friday, and euro, some services coming up from euro, pound, and then the US has some news coming at 2:45. So what I'll do is update you in the Telegram to let you know what's going on each day, just in case you forget. And of course, during the early morning briefing, I'll update you with any news that's going to impact on any positions that we might take on. Now, we've seen the yen futures 71.53 finished on Friday, but this is a fascinating chart. I'll tell you why. First of all, we've got a buy signal, and our software predicts the future events and future prices and the direction. It takes the last 600 days of data and predicts the next move. Also, it's sitting on a massive order block. So the price of yen futures is probably going to go up. The correlation between this and the yens is that this is going to force the yens down. So there's going to be some great opportunities to sell the yens this week. None of them are ready. I've checked. None of them are setting up perfectly for that. But nonetheless, some wave fives are likely to be happening as they've gone up too far. So look out for that in the next couple of days in the DVA. On to indices now. This is the Dow Jones index, and as you can see, it's sitting on a red order block, so this now has to make its mind up whether it's going to take the order block out. The software indicates further upward momentum up to 36,799, but it's not ready yet. I need to see confirmation that the price is going to stay above this area. There's a support line here at 34,325, so the price is finished just above it, so it's whether it's going to hold on Monday. We'll look at this closely and we'll probably be trading it. Congratulations, members who have traded the NASDAQ 15,083 it finished on. And as you can see, once the price moves above the order block and we've got a buy signal, buy signal, buy signal, buy signal, then of course that is your opportunity to get in. Now, it's entering a wave 5, but I'm not too convinced of this. I think that it could have a wave 5 setup, but a wave 5 setup, we don't trade that. The number 5 can still push up and push up. So if you're still holding on to this, keep holding on, because we don't trade wave 5s until we see an A, B, C formation. Onto the Hang Seng. Finished just on 2,000, which might be a bit of a problem, but hey ho. We've got a target of 20,374, so hold on to that, and don't forget to manage your position carefully, members, so that you can trail your stop along the way. Once you have the advanced pro charts, this gives you the edge over anybody trading in the world, because you can actually use the software to move your stop, and we have a zero risk game now. This, if you're in this, it's a zero risk game. We've moved our stop to a significant area below the support area, and therefore it's likely to head for 20,374. Onto the DAX 16,357, and it hit this order block, came down to this, which is lovely, exactly what we want to see. We love order blocks here at the tradingmentors.com, and once it hits the order block, that's the bounce, there's the buy. And now you can see where we are now. Price is achieving higher highs. It's got break of structure as long as it holds above 16,342. So it's just finished above there. Then the projection is 17,751. I'm not going to go through charts that are mixed. Bitcoin's mixed, S&P 500, silver, West Texas oil is mixed in terms of long-term trends. However, there's something interesting going on in gold. Everyone's selling it, which I love that. So looks like we're expecting a breakout after an ABC pattern has been complete, which means that there's likely to be another formation coming up. Now, whether it happens this week, who knows, but this is the long-term thing. This is sitting on a green order block with a double bottom as well. So we've got a buy signal on the order block, which is fantastic. So I'm just waiting for the price to start to achieve higher highs and have a breakout, because there's likely it's going to go back to 22,064. So we'll look out for that, and I'll monitor this every day during the members session. Okay, on to the euro dollar 109.40. Congratulations this week, guys, on the trades on the euro dollar. We had a buy signal on the daily, and it's into an ABC pattern. So this is not going up to 1 to 1.1 1.1269. This is an ABC pattern. It's been emerging. So this is a wave 5, A, B, and then C. Okay, now it can drive up higher, but how much higher it will go, we don't know. Now, if you remember, the DXY is hitting a major order block and likely to see a bounce up, which will drive the euro dollar down. So the ABC pattern could be in play quite quickly on this. But we need to see the prices form and the charts form for us, and we need breaker structure as well, don't forget. The software is saying it's going to 1.1269, but I'm not quite convinced of it at the moment. Now this is a fascinating chart, isn't it? The US yen. Now remember, the yen futures hitting an order block likely to go up, which will drive weakness in the yen, so this will go down. Okay, strength in the yen futures. So stronger yen means that this will actually go down. The software is predicting, it's worked out the last 600 time frames and predicted that the price is going to go down. We have a lovely order block which has been hit at 141.82. Congratulations if you hit these targets this week, members. And so the conclusion is the price is going to go down. There's no doubt about this. Now what's happening on the 4-hour chart is it's trying to manipulate the markets to actually buy into the US yen. That's fine. Let them get on with that. Don't worry about that. But the next week or so it's going to fall once the yen starts to move higher and higher. So what we'll do as a combination each morning, well not each morning, but each afternoon during the New York session for members, we'll go into the yen futures to discover whether that's moving up, which will drive this price down. I suspect it will. And the target for this week is 130.03. The other thing to note here, it's now hit a 50% Fibonacci on the weekly chart from the previous trend. So again, it's giving us all ammunition to have a great trade this week. I mean, 130 from here is 1100 pips. So that's very nice indeed. Well, what can I say about the US Swiss? Congratulations on the trades this week on the US Swiss. Fantastic moves and intraday as well. So you must have done very well. Hopefully you did, members. Excuse me. So now it doesn't know which way to go now. It says weakness here, but there's massive order blocks here. So we have to wait our turn, and this won't be one of the favorite trades. I suspect next week we'll be concentrating on the yens. Congratulations, members, on the Aussie USD. And it's gone onward and upward, hasn't it? Broken all these previous highs, and so therefore it's likely to continue to 69.89. Same with the Kiwi. As you can see, software is predicting higher highs after predicting the last 600 time frames. So our target for this week is 63.64. Now the interesting thing is that these charts, the Aussie and the New Zealand, have very close order blocks. The interesting thing as well is the DXY is a very close order block. So we could see a reversal in the dollar's fortunes in the next week or so. Right, let's jump on to the yen pairs now. Now, based upon what we expect to happen in terms of the yen futures going up, if you remember, on an order block, we have the New Zealand yen on an order block, and we have negative divergence. So this is one to watch, guys. This is technically going the wrong way, and therefore it's going to head for 83.88. Now, this might not seem a lot on this chart, but it's about 500 pips. This is another one to watch. The Canadian yen has been going up and up and up. It's gone too far. And if the yen future starts to move up, we get that bounce that we expect, this is going to drive this down. But I need to see breaker structure first, and I'll let you know in the members VIP room and in the daily video analysis during the New York session, of course. So just keep an eye on these. These are going to be fascinating to watch, and there could be some massive moves here. Canadian yen 107.43 going down to 91.25. You do the maths. On to the pound Swiss. We've been very patient with this, haven't we, guys? You know, so with the miners, it tends to take a bit more time to reach target. However, nonetheless, we have everything green. What can I say? All the buys in, everything green, and into a 1, 2, 3 pattern. It may pull back and have a little correction, but I'm not too concerned about that. We just dive into the lower time frame, the breaker structure charts, and then we can actually move our stop. This is zero risk position now, so don't worry. Target is 115.64. Final chart for today, and I'll just run through my favorite trades which I'm hoping to get into next week. Euro Canadian, we've got a massive bounce hopefully on the daily off an order block, so the buyers are stepping in, albeit slowly. But in order for this to continue, there's a little bit of resistance in this descending trend line, so I'd like to see another break above this. If there is, and a buy signal will be going again, we'll be adding to this position and compounding the account. So look out for DAX, possibly the Dow, Hang Seng continuing. The dollar is looking mixed, but we keep an eye on that. The yens are red hot, so US yen looking to sell once we have break of structure. Canadian yen and the Swiss yen and New Zealand yen. So look out for those next week. They're going to have some fantastic moves. And of course, pound Swiss continuing upwards. Have a wonderful weekend.